As in, beef, umenichezea the two songs. Where are you on the beef?
Yes, swali ni ngumu. Because,
yeah.
hey, bro. Nika kucompare defender na striker. Uwezi. Wote wanacheza uwanja moja. Na sasa kuna time. Sasa striker ama wing ata dribble awashe umse. Na bado kuna time kuja kwa corner. Bro unapigwa. So zin kila msali alikuwa na time yake ya kushine. I think Toxic alishow prowess yake kwa lyrics. Yani huni mse. But hadi kutoka kitambo style yake ya music ni very lyrical. Ni storytelling deep. For us wengine it's just let's make tunes. Let's make good tunes. Zenye wasiwani za skiza across the board. So na wameendelea tu kufanya hivyo. Juu kisikiza hadi vitu Mr. Right ana flex for example. Ansema mimi nafanyanga flow zote, leta ama piano zote na do. So wana flex tu na strengths zao. So ikikam tu ni pure diss, walioshwa, diss be crazy. But ikikuja bado ni establish class, B-boys wanaonyesha tu bado. We own this thing.
But I feel like you see how Toxic is on top right now.
On top of?
On top of everything.
What do you mean?
Toxic is on top right now. That is facts. I don't even have to explain that because the numbers speak for themselves. He's the most sought rap artist right now in Kenya, even over OG, even over Nyash.
So the question is, who is seeking him?
Now the fact that
people are most sought, you una quantify, like una inini aje?
If you are going to put on a show, Toxic would make sense right now.
Ukimweka kwa lineup.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, Toxic is performing. Oh, for sure. So I feel like the B-boys are kind of deciding on him being on top with this rap beef, which is a win-win for both of them because I continue being on top, and you, so if you had like a dormant career, at least you start bringing like, you know.
What do you mean dormant career?
These guys, they have been silent for a while though. When was the last time they had a hit before Steamer? When was the last time they had a hit? You can't remember.
Crazy stuff.
You can't remember. Yeah.
Unajua kitu inanibamba about venye unaongea ni it's like we forget so easy, bro. We acha. Angalia all breakthrough hip hop artists in Kenya lazima wali have beef na B-boys. Wakadinali 2018 2019 kulikuwa na beef na Wakadinali and Brooklyn Boys. Ni initiation ndio wasee lazima mpitie ni stage in the Kenya music scene, in the hip hop scene.
Or you have to pass through.
You have, yes.
But it was B-boys looking for Cardinali at that top.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because at the end of the day, Cardinali are always at top notch higher.
At that time, it wasn't known. They needed to cross market. So ukibeef na wa B-boys, hao ndio nika the posh side of ghetto wase wa B-boys. Sindio? So hao ndio wase wana own hizo stores like ikikam ni so see by chance that kutoka hiyo time they've been relevant to date. To date, yani wase wengine wanoma watakam na bado Brooklyn
ya kukaa on top.
Yeah, hao ni hatuwapay flowers za longevity, bro. They've been top 3 in their space ever since they came. And then sasa at the decreasing on, bro, Toxic ni venye wanasema ni mtu wa juzi kikam ni career. Hajakuwa na 10-year career in music. Amekuwa nayo.
Not yet.
Exactly.
Not yet. But that's just because I may blow up last year. Hemanishi hajakuwa na longevity.
Exactly. So for example, tukiingia umesema ule animator fulani anakushow. Uwezi nifikia. So juu amekuwa na longer career ndio zamani. Sasa inamaanisha pia wewe sasa utakuwa mnoma kumliko.
Oof.
See what I mean? So they have experience, yes, but now umse show now this is why I'm different. So Toxic has shown us why he's different, but these guys wanna cement too bad that, bro. See, these are the standards of this thing.
Okay.
Even the me naona.
But you've heard it from I'm also not lying anywhere because both are both both parties I really love them. So I'm not lying anywhere. But me, I'm just taking a front seat of how this whole thing is going to play out. I'm really enjoying it because I'm like, this is what we've been hearing in other, US hip hop culture, how it usually is. Now we are experiencing it on our own. So me, I'm just enjoying it, every part of it.
It's crazy. It's a fun time to be in Kenya, manze. Hey, the music scene, saini, fantastic, bro.
Bro, like, not even the rap. I'm a piano.
It's just everything.
All genres, man.
That's what I like about Kenyans. Unajua, we live creative lives, see what.
And right now, I think we are listening to our own even more.
Yeah.
More than before. There was a time you used to listen to a lot of Afrobeats, nothing, and then when I'll be telling you to put some Kenyan songs, and then you're like, what is that to put on if it is not some cardinali? But right now you have like a whole, buffet of things to feed on.
Kitu inanibamba saini. I think that's one of the pluses of having social media for long. Is Kenyans now are seeing that they can do it more than any, like the same way now ule mtoko US. So right now people are now even pushing for each other's business because they just realize, so I just need to support you and you support me and then we grow. So let's do that.
Yeah.
And that's why you find so many communities now building up in every space. It's just fun times to be alive, man. Hey, we imagine kuishi 1920s, bro.
Bruh.
Kuna beef huko ya wasanii utaijua.
Beethoven.
Hey,
Beethoven.
crazy.
Anywho, guys, this is another episode. Another day. Our guest today here, anapigiwa simu.
Jeff.
Mr. Oguta.
Jeff, I'm on set.
Mr. Oguta.
Jeff.
Talk to him.
Morning, sir. Morning, bro. I'm on set now, catch for the podcast. Wewe kwanza hata unakula minute zetu on air. Watu wanakusikia. Unajua uko on speaker. I'm serious, you're on speaker, bro. Asiwe mambo yako sikuwa najoka huko Nairobi anymore.
Mr. Oguta.
I always smell, but now I'm back, okay?
Mr. Oguta.
What's up, sir?
Niko poa. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm also fine.
Yes.
You know you're disturbing my guest and he's on air right now.
No, you are supposed to hire competent people who don't answer phone calls while on set, so I don't know.
But this is a free space because if my mom calls me right now, I'm also going to pick. You get me?
You see, that's your problem. You don't take things seriously.
Sawa basi. I'll talk to you later. This guy's like, you're supposed to call competent people. Sasa Kiilu alifika mbele yangu, guys. Wow. But I was introducing my guest today for people who don't know him. The guest today is a multifaceted artist. He's a mentor. He's a teacher. This guy gets paid to speak, man. Our guest today is a...
Just continue.
I don't want to glaze him too much. I'll just let him introduce himself for people who have never encountered him. Yeah. How would you introduce yourself? Yeah.
I'll just say I'm someone who loves having fun, documenting people's lives and people's stories. Yeah, that's it. But crazy, just co-introduced anywhere by my peers. So it's quite interesting to see. Kumbe na sound important hivi.
Kiilu is the type of friend you can, when you tell your parent, niko na Kiilu, like, oh, okay, sawa.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
Yeah.
But not anymore, squeezy. I want them to hate me just a bit more. Stucky kwa. I've been friends with parents for so long, and I'm like, I'm just done with that world. Bro, wanna act so much. Yani, you are just
feel like
be yourself.
When you're with parents, you have to be on a very performative mode. Because I have to be like, oh.
When you're with everyone.
Let me be robotic for now until they're gone. And they're like, fugues. You get me?
But me na feel nina kila mse.
It's not with everyone. There are people who you are just yourself, you're just free. They wouldn't even cringe when you bring out that weird side of you that you're scared that people will, people will not accept.
Do you ever think you're fully free with everyone?
Not everyone.
Is there anyone you're fully free with? I don't think so.
I think they are.
There's someone who, any intrusive thought in your head, unaweza muonyesha.
Yeah.
Aye.
And I feel like what I do is the first time we meet, you bring the intrusive thoughts out, and then I'm like, oh, this guy is usually weird like that. So the more weirder the intrusive thoughts get, the more they've already accommodated that side of you. Yeah.
Me, I don't think there's someone I'm completely free with. Uongo.
So every time unakuanga performative mode.
I've realized that every interaction of mine is curated to some extent. Bro, kuna sasa hivi inaweza kuwa kuna msichana dedi na utajua. You know, like, so I can't show you that if I'm showing up with my homies and I've just had a shitty day at home, I won't show them.
Okay, I get that part, but what if it's like you had a shitty day at home, now I'm with my homies, now let me be in the present with these and leave that wherever I left it at.
Except you can't, because you've just come from there. So it's still you. So even if you're here, umeamua, I'm forgetting about it. It's ni kama venye ushaamka. So anything else is after you. So depending on what time you slept, you're like, I didn't wake up. So unaweza show up, but you won't be 100. I don't think you can't give 100 everywhere you go.
But now that you said you're always performative, when is the time do you usually be like, you know what, lights off, cut, let me be Kiilu now?
When you're in the toilet, bro. That's the only time you're yourself.
Really though?
Do you know it's such an intimate moment being in the toilet, bro? It's hiyo ndio time pekee unajishikanga haga, bro. See jokes.
I know.
So that's the only point where, and I told you this, I think, like a while back. How you view yourself when you're naked is the real sense. Like if you look at yourself in the mirror without anything, now whatever you think of yourself at that point, that's how you feel generally.
Yeah.
So your time when you're taking a shower, when I'm in the toilet, when I'm in the washrooms, that's when I'm not performative. Just as
But I feel like of late nimekuwa performative just because to maintain some relationships, I have to be here. I have to. I don't want to use the words to kiss some asses, but I have to play that role so that you can be cool with people here and there. But deep down, do I have to?
Yeah.
If yes, then well and good, you'll have to do it. Yeah. So actually, I usually dread like having to work on a 9 to 5 where I'm answerable to someone. You get me?
Why?
Bro, I feel like sometimes nakwanga too short of patience.
What do you mean?
So let's say you're my boss, yeah? And then you're a shitty ass person, and I know you.
When you say I'm a shitty person, what do you mean? Like me behavior?
You're the type of person to look for bad in everything. You get me?
So like the whole time ningekuwa nimejam juu you came late. Yeah.
And then you're even if after we've already talked about it, like
imeisha.
Thank you for your patience, imeisha, and then you'll have to remind me. Yeah. But no, that's not you being shitty. That makes sense because it was my bad.
Yeah.
But now you keeping on reminding me on it.
Yeah.
Even a week later, and now it'll be like, yeah. But just because you're my boss, I have to keep up with you. I have to deal with you every day. So like, I don't have that patience, man. I don't have that patience.
Yeah, I really realized the reason I hate 9 to 5s is because it feels like school. It feels like school. Teacher, there, unani boss, yani, I can't even go to the toilet. I need to ask permission. That's what kelele ya boss feels like. It reminds you of, and you're like, I'm past this. I don't need, mi si mtoto. So ndio maana unachukia hiyo kukua accountable to someone who's not understanding
Yeah.
these things. But now that's when you realize it's all relationships. It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. Ndio maana utajua, I'll keep quiet for now so that next week tuko sawa. So it's finding ways to compromise.
But you know,
healthy.
this whole time you're just bottling shit up. You're bottling. Now when you come to explode, inakwanga a very ugly scene. So I'll rather address it right now. Like, hey, I know I was late. I've already apologized. It's over. Yeah. But now you don't have to keep on reminding me like that.
Because me, I've been in a workspace like that. And you realize kitu in a work now in that kind of situation. Now that's when you remember first at work, people are not friends. It's your job description first. So malizana na JD, what have I come here to do? Easy. So as long as my work is intact na hakutaikuwa na shida na hii kazi, hauna shida na mimi. Unless it's personal. Yeah. So that's always the best way to navigate that workspace in that sense. Hey, people are crazy, bro.
So you're the type of person to always see your colleagues as colleagues and they'll never be graduated to friends?
Not really. I just see humans as humans. So it's ukiingia and like, okay, who are we? Who are the people here? And then now once you know that, then you understand, okay, this is how this one relates to this one and this one like that. So you talk to like 10 people, ushajua work culture. You please. Maana kusa kuna job siwezi fanya, bro. Na work places siwezi rudi juu. Work culture si poa.
Have you tried a 9 to 5?
Aye. I've been in a couple 9 to 5s, bro. I've been in a couple 9 to 5s.
How was the experience?
Aye. Very draining. I didn't think nisheka. The longest nimekaa kwa 95 was like 5 months. Ilikuwa 2020. But hizi zingine 2-3 months. But also because I was in school, so hakukuwa na time mingi za kukuwa employed in one place for long. But
right now where are you at? Where are you at right now?
Right now I'm a freelancer. So I got off. I was previously working. But now I'm not anymore. So
I don't know why, but when people say right now I'm a freelancer, it usually does not carry that depth, that oomph of heaviness, you know, of now I'll take you seriously. I'll be like, oh, this is just another jobless so and so who is terming the name freelancer so that I can look busy or I can look important. You get me? But if you ask me the same question, even though we are in the same situation, I wouldn't say right now I'm in between jobs. I'll say right now I'm cooking. I have my own personal projects that I'm working on. Yeah, so I'm not
how would
taking
you
any
define a
jobs right now.
freelancer?
Because I'm also a freelancer. I define a freelancer.
What is a freelancer?
A freelancer is someone who is skilled. So they outsource their skill here and there, now and then, but they don't have like a permanent source of cash flow or inflow.
Kweli. I can't say that. I think that last part, freelance is someone who's not tied down to a specific institution.
Yeah.
So that means if you can earn from wherever, then you're just a creative then. But now creatives focus on the creations. You know? Now, to be a freelancer, you're dealing now with the business side of this. Because, so in that sense, now freelancing is, you're not working for anyone per se. So you're still young enough not to be a whole company. But like sijui, I don't know how to put it. If it's a term people use when their brand is not developed enough to speak for the weight of their work. So mtu atasema freelancer in this space so that as someone is interacting with that work. But I like what you said. It's an illusion ya kufanya msea akanikako busy.
Yeah.
But when you're busy, when you're working, you have a boss. But now when you're the boss, so is it still work?
I mean, yeah, it's still work because you have to know I have to finish this by this and this time.
Okay,
And
so
you're the one who decides, oh, let me take
so
a
right
break
now
now.
you're working.
I wouldn't say I'm working.
See, you're the boss. See, we're here for your show.
Yeah.
See, you're working.
How is it working?
If the guy who's ali set up hapa
Mm-hmm.
alikuwa anajua who's coming okech,
Yeah.
so he is being paid
Mm.
and he's ndio ame set up because you're the boss today, you're the boss, so you're working. As to whether you're making money, that's another question. Sindio? So that's why a freelancer is a good term to speak about this situation, because you are working, yes. Who are you working
But
for?
you see, they are the reception. They asked, what company? I said Rantify Productions. I usually term it to be that serious. Even when I'm applying for
Yeah.
freelancing gigs,
Yeah.
I usually apply as Rantify Productions. Me and my team, even though I'm a one-man team, I do everything. To be more serious so that people can take me, you get me,
Yeah.
with more seriousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I say I'm a freelancer, I don't know, but it sounds so mediocre to me.
Freelancer comes after you've said the space. So in the photography and nini space, I'm a freelancer. Now, you in the podcast space, you're a podcaster. Period. That's why you have a whole production.
Yeah. But you see someone like you who is multifaceted. Right now, even before we started shooting, you are taking photos.
Yeah.
You do things here and there.
Yeah.
So do you use freelancer as an umbrella term to grab everything that defines you? Do
Yes. But I also use it also in very specific places. It's not everywhere I say I'm a freelancer. Yeah. So I'll say I'm a photographer. They say, where are you working now? Then you say I'm freelancing. So what that means now is you've already said this is what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm not tied down to any workplace. So I'm available for bookings. So you can if you have something for the next month on this date, I can, like, my schedule is very flexible. That's what freelancing means. It means your job is not tied down to specific hours at 8 to 5 on Monday to...
I've seen you working with a lot of people, a lot of brands before, which is good for the money. But my question is, at what point do you feel like the need to also work on your own shit? You get me?
Yeah.
And you see how you've called me the boss right now. What areas are you the boss?
That's a good question. Thank you. I'd say, when do you call it quits? Like when you're working for brands, it's working with established places. Inakufanyanga realize that you're just a pawn. So the more you move, and so unaanza kuona that I need to take up more ground and more space, so that niko na bit more influence kwa hii position yangu. So for example, I'd rather be an outsourced person. So let's say there's a team here that's about to do a production. Now you call me under Curious Leaves. So that's one area I'm the boss, as you've asked. So contract me as a Curious Leaves person, because now when I come in there, there's a record of how I operate. So it's not me. That's why you're saying it's like you put structure behind it. So and then once you work in so many of these places, you see what a good structure looks like. So you're part of a system already. So whenever you go home after work, si unajiulizanga, yeah, this is now my life, yani. So tomorrow I'll just go to that job, and now in the weekends, what do you do when you're not working? So now you start seeing that, I need to fill up my time with things that are of my own, so that you have a long-term project. So, yeah, Curious Leaves is the area that I'm the boss. So this is it's a company. Is it a company? It's a company that focuses on visual storytelling. So that's photos, conceptual photography, and now filmmaking. So in that area, I can say I'm the boss.
Yeah.
And now because I'm not tied down to any particular work, I have more time to build on this. So you find that over time, if you build something of your own for the next 2-3 years, you have something that you're doing in your breaks, in your holidays, in between jobs, you have something to keep you busy. Yeah, so it's establishing yourself. I just want to build a brand of my own so that as I'm engaging with people, that's how you show growth. Because you entered when you're working for someone, you've grown, you've because of the experience, now the journey has taken you further into building your own things and providing now employ resources for people. So that's the goal. Ikwe sasa Rantify, you have your own podcast has space that has a functional team that doesn't need you.
My work is just to shoot, and then there's someone who will edit it.
Your work is just to show up.
Yeah, my work is just to show
There's
up.
someone who came early, made sure these cameras are there, the lights are there.
Yeah.
Yani, it's a whole thing existing on its own. That's now what I want to do.
Okay.
That's what I want to make Curious Leaves about now.
Do you think there's a point where Curious Leaf will be like a system? So your work is just to show up, but then there are people who they have to feed families just because you are the boss.
Yeah, I think, of course, bro. And when do utakuwa unafanya the most work? It's just that the work has changed. So me who has a podcast space, if I own the building first, so it's not to look for potential partners. You, the person, so that's my job, so that I'm able to facilitate all these other things happening. So I feel like there's that point eventually.
There's something you talked about, like you said, you felt like a pawn. You know, I play a lot of chess, yeah. And for me, that was like, oof.
Have you gotten to the point where chess plays with the emotion?
Bro, chess is brutal.
It's toxic.
Chess is brutal and toxic, man. I've started a new account.
Why?
I wanted to stream as I grow with my audience from 1,000 to 2,000 elo.
What was your score on this other one?
It was 2,000. 2,000 is like a huge deal.
And what's the maximum?
The best in the world, he's 2,800. His name is Magnus.
Now imagine.
Yeah.
See you at 2K.
Yeah.
Now they've come in. They're not seeing a beginner now. We are seeing this guy going to beat Magnus. It's a harder task. So it's easier to start again because you've already done that.
Yeah. Right now, I started it 6 days ago. Right now, I'm 1,500 already.
But are you posting? Are you streaming when playing? What do you mean?
I've not figured out how to stream what.
Okay.
Because I have to connect my PC to my camera as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But it's something that I was trying yesterday. So by tomorrow, I think I'll have the first video up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Hata miss Jay figure out Twitch. I tried.
Will you be a stream?
Aye.
What will be your content about?
My day.
You'll be the type of person like
My day.
someone is following you around.
The whole day you're seeing me, except when I'm going to the washroom.
Because that is when he stops being performative.
Yes.
Yeah. But back to my question, like, do you see like life as a chessboard where you are the king is the most important piece on the chessboard, and then maybe your queen is your girlfriend, the queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard, and then you have, your bishops, your knights, your rooks, and then your pawns. So you see life as a chessboard, and then pawns are people who you meet on a daily basis, and then I'm like, oh, this is Kiilu. Kiilu does photography. Oh, this will be important for me because I'm a model and I'm also a photographer. So let me be his friend because I know where he'll come in handy. And then you get me.
I don't think there's one chessboard in life. I don't think so. I think you can create your own board. Now what you're doing with Rantify, for example. And if you just look at the chessboard, see the king moves a step at a time.
Yeah.
So it's the work of everyone else to protect this guy. Kila msee, even the queen has the craziest moves just in case yeye amefikiwa na anafaa take charge.
Yeah.
She can do
Sacrifice herself.
EV. So it's now you create a space where you're not moving a lot. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is working for you, Evie. But to get there, first, as a pawn, so for you to be a king here, you need to be every other piece in someone else's game, so that you understand how every piece works, so that you can play the best game. Ndio ule msee usishangae queen wake ali hivi and you didn't see it coming, but now it's because if you're aware of how all of these things. Yeah, so it's just like the chessboard. I felt like a pawn in a space where it was unfamiliar. Pawns explore unfamiliar territory. Nyinyi ndio mko front line kasi mko Russia. Nyinyi ndio mneko hapo endeni uko muone kukoje. And then now there's always that one pawn that imefika huko mbali and then amefungua njia ya these other pieces to come.
Yeah. And then when the pawn reaches the other side, it promotes.
They get more power.
Yeah.
So you decide which character you want it to be based on the game.
So do you think like right now you're a pawn that's promoted?
Not yet.
Because you went too far?
No, the goal is to remain a pawn. So that you remain a pawn out there. So that you're always learning, bro. The same way you use your first move is not the same as his first move. Now imagine you've seen 2,000 different moves of the same thing, and you've been that one person. So you've seen. So the goal is to remain like that.
Okay.
For some time. So I'm like in this phase of my life now, because I'm still young. The goal is, and I can take on a lot of stress right now. So acha nijitume huko uncharted waters, bro. Huko. Uingie uone so that by the time you're being promoted to something, now you even know what you want to choose. Because sasa umefika and you don't know if you want to be a knight or you don't know.
Yeah.
So, and then it has to be strategic. So it's just because I don't know there.
Which makes me ask, like, you being multifaceted as you are, and you have a lot of equipment, yeah?
Yeah.
Nini hauna, you have everything. So you being multifaceted, is there like a side of you that you don't cook a lot on? And is there a reason why you don't show up for that side of you? You see, like, today I'm here, I'm showing up for me as a podcaster. After this, I'll be showing up to me as a videographer because we are going to be vlogging. You see, like at the end of the week, I make sure every part of me yesterday as a streamer, I made sure I showed up for that side of me. Yeah. And because you've also not posted for a while, I have to call you out on that. So,
Ni nini nanisumbua sana bana. But also it's because I've been applying myself differently. I have been applying myself very differently, sahi. Yeah. That's what I can say. Ngojeni tu, posting season ikianza, inakuanga. If you followed, you've been you know, every year there are certain periods I don't post. You know that.
But I feel like it's not because of strategizing. I feel like it's because of laziness mostly.
It's true. And I can't help it. That's me as a creative. So I'm like, oh, if that's my weakness, sour. So what do I need to do? Because the work is the one people don't see. That's what changes. Because now the output, it's just another photo. No, it's not. It's crazier now, and it's way simpler, but the output is way higher now. So it's under. Nimelearn stuff recently. Resting effectively. Tunajuanga as we know how to allocate rest. Like I'll rest next month. We can plan out long vacations or like a breather for 1 week. But how do you rest today? Kesho ijafika. So how do you still work and then rest today?
And also avoid the burnout.
How do you rest effectively today? Because if you do that, then you don't need all of those. So you can be productive every day of your life.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, I can't work, I can't say this whole month I'm just doing this, and then if I die tomorrow. So that changed me. So I'm like, so if I think about it today, what have I done today then? If I'm not posted, what have I done with my time? Oh, was that a podcast today? Okay. Even the reasons for posting change. It's, at first it was to hold me accountable to my work. So once you start putting out, ndio maana unaweza ni call out, uko like, hey, we're not seeing, because you taught us that we should expect.
Yeah.
So now, if you want to teach them something different, you have to change. So now it's okay. Now how do we change next? Where do we go next? Because we've taught our audience this so far. So how do we grow so that they can be like, okay, this is why we've been here still. So if you've kept people waiting, kaa wewe na hii podcast yako, if you've kept people waiting for so long, then the comeback must be worth the wait.
It's like the first time when I was doing it, it was just a platform where we just come and kupiga kelele.
Yep.
But right now, I just want to give value to my audience. You get me?
And how do you do that?
Bringing interesting guests like Kiilu.
Not necessarily. It's just by being an interesting person. And to be an interesting person is a lot of work, because you're constantly learning.
Yeah.
And to do that, you can't do the same unless it's like a routine where okay, today I'm speaking with someone. But what we are speaking about is not different. Sasa hiyo ndio kukuwa interesting. Ikue unaweza handle topics mingi different juu kila siku unafanyanga hizo vitu mingi different.
Yeah.
Yo umeenda gym na some CEOs, if comes yani a whole day, and then you end it with the mama mbogas like unwinding. Now you're like, that's a full experience. So anyone you meet, now your community, the value you're giving them is your insight.
And then you get to, when you talk about being interesting, you never know what you'll find interesting from someone. Even that person who you'll pass down the street and be like, now what value will this person bring into my life?
Would you rather be someone who takes the value from someone, or you're the one who gives the value to them? Which one would you rather be?
I'd rather be the person that gives value. I feel like being a freelancer also, you have to lead with a lot of value. For you to remember, there's someone called Okech, you have to see value in me. Yeah. But then being the person who always takes value, when do you give back now? Because you'll be like, take.
That's the real question.
And for you to take, you can't take when your hand is closed like this. You have to open your hand first. Yeah. So I have to give so that I can take.
Do you feel like you've been giving more, or you've been taking more?
Of late, I've been taking more.
Like in your whole life?
Or in my whole life? I'd say I've been giving more, because even how how people experience you, like someone you met 2 years ago, one day even you couldn't remember how you met or when you met, but they'll be like, oh, Kiilu, I really enjoyed that conversation I had with that person. I usually have a lot of those encounters. I'm like, oh, so you remember me like that? I'm like, damn.
Yeah. It's even why I'm here, because I knew you from Kitambo. The first episode we shot was how long ago?
2023.
3.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And the conversation is different. Back then, what were we talking about? Exactly. It's different. So it's in that sense, this is why you're doing this. And Rantify is the one thing I think it's the first one of your babies. Because now you're seeing the value of giving, because that's where the real growth is. That's where the test is.
Yeah.
So for me, I used to be the yapper in the group. And doing that for so long, bro, inakufanyanga, because you constantly expose yourself. So people look at you, they're like, wait, tushakujua. And then now every time they still chill with you, and so every day you learn, okay, the layers. So you get better at making these layers and making this game interesting. So it's, So it's that question of when do I When do I learn when to not give? When is it time to take? And when is it time to give? Now just finding that balance ndio ni ngumu sasa.
Because I feel like there are rooms I'll get in and I'll be silent. I'll have
Why?
to sit down and then first of all observe, because these are rooms that I will want to put myself in. Now that I'm here, let me absorb it. Let me see how people that I want to be like move, how they carry themselves, how
Yeah.
they sit, how they dress, and then how they talk. And then this is me, I'm taking in. As a computer, I'm just downloading everything, and then, yeah, now I update my own system to be like that.
And do you give feedback in real time or do you wait for after? So, for example, we've gone into a business meeting with, you're working for companies, and then you go, you've been called to a meeting where you know nothing about these things. Are you the type of people who, if there are like 5 meetings, you'll wait for the first, second one, then the third one, now you can give a comment or do something? Yeah, like how often would you speak in a setup like that?
I'm going there in what capacity?
As a pawn, you're just there to see. When you umesema to be there, you're seeing everyone you want to be like there.
Yeah.
So there you've taken in, you've listened to the whole session.
I think first of all I'll have to see what am I saying first of all. Will it be impactful to this business meeting in some type of way?
But do you normally know that before? I don't think so. So I'm saying in that kind of sense, it's back to like school. People are afraid of seeing the wrong answer or be like, we don't know the maswali mingi. No.
Bro, this is a room you've always wanted to get in. Now, if you ask like to ask a question, you have to be stupid for a while. So let's say you've asked a stupid question like, oh, battery iko wapi on the camera, you get me? That's a stupid question because us as experts, we know where the battery is.
Yeah.
So if you ask that question, don't you think that these guys will now perceive you different?
I just think that now they know you're there. You're not just, yeah. And then when you ask that stupid, people are happy to teach, bro. If you go to cross a road and you meet an old woman, you will stop the car and you are ujaulizwa na mtu. You'll volunteer yourself to do that. And you'll feel so much better afterwards. So I realized be that, because they know. See, they know. Now, you're in the same room with these guys. I don't have money. You guys have money. I don't even know how to make this money. Wow. But, we're in the room together. You woke up today. I woke up today and we are here. Crazy. So just, if someone took a photo of that day, I was in the same room with this guy. That's not normal. So, to downplay it, I'm like, hey, bro, nasa tulifunzangwa hizi vitu mapema. Every event you'd go to, you had to speak. Na unapelekwa place, hey, bro, ilikuwa crazy. You have to speak. What are you saying? You don't know. And you're going now in this. I remember in 2019, bro. There's an event tuliendanga Strathmore. Kwa Strathmore Business School. Niko high school. It was a meeting for all the VCs or universities in Kenya. In one room. Tumekam. It was being run by one of the mentors in.
And then you had to speak in that room.
Bro, you have 10 minutes. Do you know how long 10 minutes is?
You have to speak to VCs for 10 minutes.
Yes. You're not, and then you are not prepared. You thought that you are the facilitators. Like, this in your will. Now you're told, come and speak. You're there. Hi, my name is Kiilu. I couldn't speak like this kitambo. Now you give this, that. You fumble. But when you leave, everyone is happy. You feel like shit in the moment.
Do you think they're happy because they see themselves in that little boy, Ama?
Whatever, you don't care. At that point, you don't even realize what is happening. You're shitting your pants. You just want to leave. You're like, what is this? But then, at the 6th minute, guys, imeisha. Like, kumbi, I'm actually doing it. We've passed it. Yeah. And then now, you can even look and ask a question.
Yeah.
How is everyone feeling?
Yeah. I think, bro.
Hiyo kazi ya MC ni ngumu.
Bro.
And I genuinely feel like everyone needs a circle where they are an MC in their life. Where everyone is listening just to you.
Yeah.
And so that you realize how much work it is to keep everyone engaged. Ni ngumu. Ni ngumu.
I was attending this graduation party as a, with my company. We were covering the whole event. And I got to talk to the MC. We became friends. And then I was also studying him because he's also a creative in his own type of way, going there. So I was like, let me put myself in his shoes. Let me try to experience him. And he was trying to talk to these people. The crowd was dead. And then he was like, let me try to switch to Kikuyu. And then the crowd now started. I was like, oh, those are the notes you take. I'm like, okay.
And now it's even better. It's easier.
If I ever become an MC, I also have to read the room.
You always have to. Every interaction. And now that's what happens if you're the one leading every interaction. You start to realize, nimekupigisha hii story about these things for so long and you're not interested. You are just bearing with me. But it's because I made you and I kept you there. You'd have shut off. Hata ungechange, ungeamua uniongeleshi. So it's coercing people. It's the business of persuasion. Like, so I'm convincing you why my thought is important. Even if you don't care about it, you don't even know anything I'm telling you, but juu ya venye naisema.
But everyone has their own bullshit they're going through. Yes. So what makes you, or what gives you the audacity to go and talk to that random person and, hold a whole conversation with them?
Because I'd rather be on the giving end than the receiving end. Imagine now you're receiving someone's bullshit. Uishafika mahali uochia na kisirani tu uko like, we ni nini? You just had a chill day, bro. And then juu ni yeye amekuongelesha wa kwanza, haya ID iko wapi? No. Ni mimi nakusalimia. Mimi ndio nakwambia how you talk to me. Ni aje mkubwa, kupoa and then ashajua, this is the tone. Okay. So
if now the tone changes, it's a him problem.
You teach everyone how to talk to you. Ndio maana utasema mimi usiniongeleshe hivyo. Ndio maana unaweza jam sasa kuongelesha a certain type of way because you're like, that's not how we operate.
Yeah.
So show them wa kwanza ndio akwangia kijua ndio niende pale. I know. Yeah. So that's the reason I'd rather be that audacious.
Yeah.
So that even if you just see an image of me, you're like, oh, hey, so.
You get paid to speak. What is that about speaking that, you're like,
it's just analogies,
let's do this,
bro.
Let's do this.
Stories. Yeah, that's it. I used to enjoy compositions in primary school, bro. Zilikuwa zinasomangwa parade. Crazy. Like, so napendanga tu come up na story. Kind of makes sense. I like putting my ideas to testing. And then, so over time, inakuwa fun. And you want to constantly prove that we're sifala. So you try relating and connecting dots so that you can give this. How do you explain this to a kid? How do you... In ngumu, bro, teaching is crazy.
Yeah.
I even stopped because I'm like, this... I don't know enough. Teaching. I don't know enough to...
You have to do it even when you're unqualified, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, that's how you get better at it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But also, sometimes you just let nature take its course. Kuna season utajipata, you're constantly giving, like, this is the season of my life where this is 6 months after we've invested in this experience. Now it's time to give. Because the capacity has changed. Because to give, if you're not resting effectively,
yeah,
then you're like, what am I saying? I don't know. Because now that's what you're being paid to come up with ideas and say them in ways that you like. So how do you explain what love is? So based on you and your life so you get?
Yeah.
So understanding that a lot of these things are just how I perceive life.
So how do you keep yourself sharp?
Just write. You write more. It's being in a state of constant reflection. So you write so that you know what your mind is saying. So once you do that, right, for 1 year, you'll have a blueprint of your mind. Yani ndio hii. This is okay. Pages. Yani,
Yeah.
now if you reread it, because you won't even remember yourself writing it.
I was like, oh, I used to think like this.
Exactly.
I used to go through this.
And that's even why podcasts are a thing now. And if you do a podcast every day of your life for the next 3 years, you're going to be in the top 3% in the world. Because you have audio and video evidence of you yourself, bro. So by the time 1 year inaisha, you're showing up very differently in front of the camera. Because you know, okay, now we go, let's do it now.
Yeah.
Even stop thinking about it. So I'm like, now I need to get to that point. So it's of my own things I need to, because that's really the biggest transition now, how, especially in the creative space. For you to establish something of your own is, people need to respect your insights. They need to respect your mind. And to do that, you need to share a lot. So if you're posting, what are you posting about? How are people engaging with your work? So because I realized, okay, this has been my style so far and I want to keep it like this or whatever. So if this is remaining like that, then I need to be in other places where vitu is tofauti.
Speaking about style, you know, your feed is mostly black and white photos. Like, that is a unique style, and I love it. But there was a time we conflicted about it, because I was like, why do you erase color from your photo? Because I am someone who appreciates the psychology of color and the impact it has on anything. You get me? Like, when a picture is black, you can tell, oh, these guys are in a funeral. When a picture is yellow, it gives vibrance. But if you take a picture and then you put it black and white, you take that from your audience to experience that. So how do you let us see emotion in your own type of way? And why is it that you've still stuck to that, even though filmmakers have gone a long way just to bring color to us, for you to take away from it? And why do you think it works for you? Because I know it works for you.
We did a unit in university, history of film. So nakumbuka there was a time in the silent era. So everything was in black and white. It's just film and no audio. It was silent films, kina Charlie Chaplin. So I'm like, this is 2020 something. I'm still reading about this guy in 19 what? And there was no color. Right now, we are past that era. But tunarudingi huko kuona kusema manze, look at that. So I'm like, if today, for me to get better at this color, that's step one. You need to be reminded that this is where it started. Okay, so the first intrusive thoughts for film were in that side. So everything else was as a result of yo.
Yeah.
I was like, say less. Because one, there's less to think about. You and your camera vlog. Do you think about camera settings? Do you think about why? And why do you use it still? Because it's easy. You like that process because you don't think about it. It's as simple as it can get. It's just a camcorder.
It's made easier for a reason.
I agree.
Yeah.
But why stick? You have access to cameras. Mbona utumiangi hizo kuvlog? Why remain there? Because it works for you.
Yeah.
So black and white content for me was to reduce any level of excuse I had. I don't need a light. I don't need even color. I don't need you to wear something blue because it's not. Venye uko. Lighting venye hata lighting kwa giza tutawasha torch. As in, it's just to keep it simple. And then I wanted my page to be known for the simplest work ever. So as in, when I've not thought about anything, this is what I came up with. This is what so I'm like, use what you have. So assuming that I'm a kid in Namibia, in a later beef. Assuming I'm someone just from Athi River, and I don't have the skills, I just have a camera. Because shida yetu saitu ni we have all this information available that we forget that intrusive thoughts don't exist in a stimulated mind. Like, they don't. So I like to reduce my creative processes to be so basic that I'm just full of ideas because there's less distractions about the work. So sihitaji kuwasha ile light ndio ni. But now I realized if I want my page to be like that, then I need to find spaces where I now do things in color. So that filmmaking now, so I want to move into that side, so that because it's the same person. So if you get better at these things, even my black and white stuff will be so cool. So you can photographer anaitwa Kev Buo Art. Bro, crazy. Black and white mostly. I'm like, anyway, sahi, with my experience in color now, so lighting and whatever, the black and white content is going to change. So itakuwa way more polished and way more. So, but now, it's just I need to apply myself everywhere. So I need to learn color. I need to do work in color. So hopefully that's in the films.
And for someone who is always the guy behind the lenses, today you're in front of the lens. In what other areas can we be seeing you in front of the lens?
On his page on YouTube. You're going to see more content beyond this podcast. That's the next thing for me now. I want to make curious leaves. I want to speak so that there's a persona behind this brand now. Yeah. So I consider this as like test and step one into this space. It's the first time I'm on a live recording of a podcast even. So my first one has been with you, bro. Crazy. So yeah, this is the first of many.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to share some magic, man, because hey, system to ni lazima tu. Bro, mi niko na challenge for you. Evie. By the end of the year, how many episodes do you want to make? Wasikie sahi, uambie.
This will be the second episode of the year.
How many do you want to do by end of year?
I want to do 50.
You want to do 50
by
end of year? Okay.
Is it too far-fetched?
Yeah, it's you know your capacity, so you're able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to do 15 proper, like at the very least 15, because I know by the time you're in Aisha, itakuwa crazy. And then now, so assuming, because let's make up a content plan for everyone's social side. So if you're supposed to be posting at least like twice a week, at very least. Normally it should be twice a day at least. That's what. Bro.
Okay. You know he's a professional digital marketer, so yeah.
Bro, it's normally 3 posts a day. So if you were to post 3 times a day about your podcast, how many episodes do you need every week? So you need like 2 episodes so that you clip them.
Yeah.
So different segments come in at different times, and then crazy. So inafaa once, because if you want to do 50, then it needs some form of structure behind it. Otherwise, how to see it to completion? It's very easy to get. Yeah. So if we're, because me, I'm committing to a plan now here. Wanasikia. That once I start posting content of me speaking, it's going to be on a weekly basis.
Okay.
For 2 months, and then after 2 months you pause, re-strategize.
And then you ask, where did Kiilu go?
Yeah. Because all that time in front giving, you need time to disappear. Because otherwise it's going to be part of your whole identity now.
What will you be ranting about?
I don't know. I'll find out later. But that's just the challenge. On a new page, I mean, or yours, depending on whatever you want to do. So like the same clips you've been putting on YouTube, post them. Send people to your YouTube page. So I'm like, okay, because now I have just my phone, I can make, it's crazy. So I'm like, now,
bro, you know
watcha. Nataka kuniseti. So it's so easy for me now to just create constantly. So I'm like, I want to do more BTS content of my shoots. That's I just want to speak like that. So cause nimejua I'm not shooting a podcast. If I'm doing a set with you, we're going to the studio for a session, there's content for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Behind the scenes for
yeah, so now I want to make, because I can achieve it comfortably now.
Yeah.
If I want to make it about my work, then let's do it proper.
Do you think like you speaking is also, and as you're building your career sleeve brand is also, intertwined together, like
You
make sense?
you have to speak. You have to. You have to. You have to, because how you speak about yourself is what people will determine. Like they'll realize, oh, hey, this guy is normally serious about his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to say it. And then they're like, mi ndio nilisema. This is what I'm about, and this is how we do it. If you have a problem, you can do your thing. But if you're doing mine,
You're gonna do it my way.
And if I've now quit, if I'm not working and I want to do something of my own, the growth just depends on how much I invest there. So like, how much bullshit am I allowing in my work now? I'm like, so for example, if we're doing this podcast now, it's, yeah. So if this is the time we're starting, then we can't afford to, it's Vituka is not like, okay, that's what proper, so you have to be like really accountable. When you're boss, when you want to call out and say, so ningekuja ikwe wewe, you didn't official bro kwa podcast yangu. Yani,
you didn't?
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
and then msata feel enyewe. So it's the standards you hold to yourself now, they just have to be so high, because that's what happens when you're the boss. And it's so hard. Ndio maana watu wanasemanga freelancer, because
let's say today you're my guest, thank you for gracing this podcast. Let's say you're late, which you are not. Kilo alifika mbele ya host mazee, like, bro, relax.
ameacha.
So you're the one who graced the podcast. It's because of you I'm here. You get me?
And it's because of you that I'm here.
So if you are late, let me say like by an hour. Of course, I'll call you out on that because I'm like, bro, we booked this space, what. But I won't be too hard on you, even if that is the same standard that I'm holding myself accountable to.
But that's because right now, we've not invested so much here. So if we had booked, like when your man Evie, so I know I have 2 hours here, and imagine you have a crew, so you ping these people to come, and there's someone who are BTS, there's someone there who could stream.
Yeah.
So if eventually that's the goal, then even if you're alone, you need to move like your team is being. So it's like, okay, that's the difference between us and now people who work in places like this. They have a structure. They're being told, you come at this time, this is how we show up. Oh, okay.
And the last episode I was talking with Kafi, he was telling me corporate people, they are very swift on execution. Yeah.
And that's the biggest gap in the creative market, execution. Because we either lack the equipment or we lack the finance. But these two are in plenty. There's so much equipment, bro. It's crazy. And there's so much money. So we're just lacking ambition, bro. We're seeing it like it's out of.
So as a creative, how do I position myself so that I get equipment and I get the funding?
Always execute. Always give. It has to have a source. Something has to come for it to be given. So if you're constantly giving, the nature will provide for you, bro. It will. Because this year you said you're going to record the podcast.
Yeah.
Nature has been providing. So it's now, if you're very serious about it, it will provide. Ni mbaya, bro.
Yeah.
Ni mbaya. Because nilikona, walai, it's the execution that we don't think about. So I don't want just to post. I want my content to be so. So remember me telling you, like a peak artist at a drop 2 albums in a year. Maximum. Like those. But the execution of one album is crazy. ni crazy. Designer anajua this one, the first song of this album will come out at this time.
Yeah.
It's how many hours do you think they put into that one album?
Bro, that's months,
Now,
bro.
instead of 50 episodes, imagine doing 20 that are crazy like that. Like that design unajua. For these 2 hours, every minute of that episode is a clip. Every minute. Yani hakuna mali tuliongea ufala, hakuna mali tulistall. Imagine. That's the ideal world, sindio?
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I can do less things but do them proper, then I can sell them. Because we'll look at one painting of Picasso, bro.
And
Hiyo
be like,
moja.
damn.
Moja. Wewe uko hapo unaambiwa, you need to paint 20 paintings every day. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
For you to get better.
No, you don't.
It's the same way you're telling
No,
me.
you don't.
For me to be a better animator,
No,
I have to put 10 hours every day.
No, you don't. What you need to do every day is learn how your mind lies to you about your work.
So I'll just make a shitty ass painting and then
You can't make a
and then I
the mind
glaze
creates-
myself.
the
Oh,
mind-
this is the
The mind creates nothing shitty. Nothing. Nothing.
hapo Kiilu, I have to
Niambie
disagree
kitu
with
moja hivi akili yako ishaifanya ya ufala.
you. Okay, I know opinions is subjective, right? So I might show you like a project that I did before and you'll be like, but I'm showing it to you with a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
Because the mind is telling me, this is the shit.
But it
This is fire.
But it is.
Yeah.
It is the shit. So the only problem here is how you're saying it. Because you're not communicating this shit the way it's supposed to be communicated for someone to realize that this is the shit. You know it. So that example ni inakaa ufala kwa mse, juu mse haelewi.
Yeah.
Wewe si unaelewa.
Yeah.
So si ya ufala. Because you know what you've done.
So when it comes to like the opinions of people
The only time
you look up to and they tell you the thing that you felt is the shit is shit.
it could
Doesn't
be
that bruise your ego and also bruise, yourself as a creative?
only if I'm very rigid on feedback systems. Like, how do you take feedback? So if I came and told you,
You see,
if I came and told you your episode with Kafi was work, like, I didn't even, if I told you that, Ran, what would you think?
I'll be like, if that is okay, but I really enjoyed that episode, man.
So
Yeah.
my feedback doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Sindio? So then when does it, so it's someone I look up to akiniambia hivyo, so I feel, so if it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, because this come after the process.
Okay.
So as in actual, the mind never creates. So that's why I keep my photos very simple. Because hata hiyo picha inakaa ni ya ufala. Wait till I make it. Now that photo is timeless. Obama will show you a photo of me akiwa kakijana huko. Jana kaje. Hakuna msi anamjua, no one cared, but
I saw when Raila died, there was this photo of him as a young boy.
exactly.
A normal young boy.
No one you would
Yeah.
have passed that photo.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like a good photo.
And now when he died, it looks like,
Yeah.
bro.
So if meaning is what
Crazy.
you say, because you can attach meaning to your face and your image and everything, so that everything that you've created is yours and it's gold because it's me who did it. That's the goal. Eh, you want to have a podcast here where anything you say, me, I don't care about these guys. Me, I said it. That's it.
Yeah.
So I just feel like being this boss that we are saying and the repetitions that we are told we have to keep doing, what we need to do every day is sell our one idea in 20 different ways. Create one piece of work, then sell it. Master that process here after.
Okay, can you break that down?
Yeah. Right now, you did a BTS for clubwear apparel. I saw that on my page. I didn't even know you. Like then I remembered. I saw this thing. Okay, Charlie, quite place. Yeah. So you was part of this thing. Crazy. I didn't know. How would I have known until you documented this? So now I can see the meaning behind this. So that one image they will post of their teas, because of this experience that was documented now, we've sold that one product nicely.
Now you will
Yeah.
want to wear that shirt.
So if if I want to sell this photo, this one, this photo, I won't just print it and put it there. No. Best way would be have this. That's why influencers work.
Have someone drinking. Yeah.
You put it in place. So it's now you just find. That's why they say you need to find your niche. You need to do a lot of research so that one thing you do it nicely, yani, and then you sell it by being in different rooms aside of that work, so that your brand is associated with quality people. Like, so now that's what I mean selling. So you say if you're a podcaster, then you need to be who are you chilling around consistently, based on what your plan is long term. So you have a plan for December. You want to be interviewing certain guests. You want to. Then what does that person do every day? If it's your full-time job, unafanyanga nini daily ndio uko interesting. So you'll go to the gym. You'll have time you'll have time. You research, who do I want to talk to? Why do I want to talk to them? You draft stuff to send them. It's that whole you're selling one episode.
Yeah.
You're selling one episode. And then depending on how much clipping you do, then that's how fast you sell that one episode. So imagine you do 2 episodes and then you sell them for 50 posts. 50 posts of one episode. Hadi msako like, hii episode gani nimeona sana hivi. Hebu acha niende. Umewaforce, umwambia, when I wake up, I'm thinking about what I'm saying and I'm showing you guys what I'm saying. That's it. Well, that's my full-time job. Yeah. So my goal now is to be that dominant, bro.
Let me ask you, as a freelancer, how do you move so that opportunities come to you? Because for me mostly
tell me.
what works for me.
You've been out.
Oh, the question is going back to you, but I'll just tell you what works for me first.
Yeah.
I feel like positioning is really important for me.
How do you position yourself
right
now? How are you positioning yourself right now?
So you look for spaces that you want to be at, and then you put yourself in that space. Like,
for example,
me being in this space, it was not coincidental. It was me looking around for areas where I could record a podcast. And then I saw these people, they were having a program where they were teaching creatives how to monetize their craft.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Let me go. So on a random Wednesday, I just went, came to this place, really had fun, really met with a lot of people, and then they said, like, oh, you're a podcaster. We are opening a podcast space that will be here soon. When will it be finished? Like in the next 6 months. So even before this place, I knew. That's why I was telling you, positioning myself for that gig, for that job. Yeah. Also meeting with these people and also giving value. They remember you. There are gigs that I usually be, like you see the clubwear apparel gig. Jeff, the CEO, he's my friend. We met a long time ago, around 2023-ish. But then him remembering that Okech does content, and then him calling me. That was just me positioning. Yeah. So positioning, and also, hey, you also have to talk to people. Like, don't go there and be introverted. Oh, I'm introverted. I can't talk to anyone. Bro, you know sikunafaa kuwa na kiherehere. Enda ongelesha kila mtu. Say hi to people. Compliment their outfits. Make sure they know what you do so that when you're out of there, you're memorable. Yeah.
Crazy.
For me, I feel like positioning is really good because you have to be... You see, the people that make a lot of money is people who position themselves. Like during COVID, there was this person who made a lot of money. I know him because he positioned himself as a broker between hospitals and mask suppliers. So he's the one who was,
Crazy.
So every transaction he gets a commission, but he's not doing anything. He's just connecting these two people. So with positioning, I'm like, just be at the right place at the right time. Yeah. And every move that you make should make sense. Yeah. What about you?
So as a as a podcaster, how are you positioning your podcast in the market, like in the audience space? So as in the world of podcasters sasa. Niko si ya kujibu sahi, but it's those
Okay,
questions.
can I be honest with that question?
Because it's what I was asking, how are you positioning yourself now? So let's say you've done 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
So when you enter into rooms, you're now not just a catch who didn't do these 2 episodes. And for you to incentivize people to come to your show and to see what you're saying, then you need to work with some weight. Like, yeah. Sahi, hey guys, you've not seen this. I've just spent 2 hours in studio doing something. You've not done that stuff. Ama umeingia pana sasa unisikie.
Yeah.
So it's now, how are you positioning yourself as a podcaster in terms of what's the message you're giving to people? Like what's this podcast about? And how do the fans know that this is a different one from this one? You get?
Yeah.
So when you're going to unaniuliza how often, like how am I being seen on camera and how am I planning to be seen? Same for you. So how would you want us to think about Rantify? Because this is now Okech. This is him. So whenever we see his work, okay, now we're like, oh.
First of all, when I'm teasing this episode, I want excitement from my audience because they know the last episode was a banger. This one is also going to be even better. You get me? Who is the guest? Kiilu. So for those who know him, they will be even more excited. For those who don't know him, will be like, Okech invited him.
Yeah.
Let me see why he was invited. And as we are talking, I was like, oh, when I'm editing, I'll be having a lot of dopamine when I'm editing this one.
Yeah.
Because the value that I'm getting just from this conversation is crazy. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
I'll also want my audience to experience that. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, your audience who is not seeing this editing process, bro. That's where you're having most fun. Them, that's not where they're having fun. It's in how they're engaging with you. So it's swali ngumu because if you think about it, what am I really saying? Tunaambia watu nini? Whatever it is.
What have we been talking about for the last
1 hour and
1 hour?
something?
Yeah.
What have we been talking
20
about?
minutes, yeah.
We've been talking about our perspectives about maneuvering work. Nakawa shabweka. So now the best way we can show up for them and like audience wako excited ni hii conversation, excited kwa conversation. Yaani unaweza ona umse wala amebambika kuko hapa walai. Crazy. Bwana hata ni watch episode juu. So how do you give off that energy like that?
If I may not look excited, trust me, I'm very excited. I've been planning this episode since last year, Kiilu.
Kweli?
I invited him last year for this episode. Yeah. So I'm very excited. Sometimes I try to act nonchalant. I'm like, it's
You're
like if I meet you see someone who I really look up to, I want to be starstruck. Oh, Kiilu, it's you. Let me shake your hand. Are you real? I'll be just cool because at the end of the day, you're still human like me, and you did things that put you in the position that you are.
Just like you have been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because una relate na yeye. So you can see why they are superstars and why I see why. So I just need to do this for 10 years. So it's not a big deal anymore.
Say less.
So because now you know. Yeah. So now how do you remain a pawn? Because now you see, now there in your head, you've been promoted.
You talked about remaining a pawn, and I did not like that term because the pawn is like the...
Why? What about that statement don't you like?
The pawn is the least powerful.
Yes.
On the chessboard.
Yes.
Other pieces are powerful, other pieces move like crazy, and then the pawn is the only piece that does not move back. Once it makes a step, it has made a step.
Yeah.
So I feel like remaining a pawn, yes, I get we still have to learn because as humans we don't have a ceiling of knowledge. We can always learn every day. But remaining a pawn...
I mean it in this way. So like right now you're a pawn in the podcast space.
Yeah.
Sindio? 2 years later you won't be. So you move. You decide, okay, now we're making match for this podcast. So now you're a pawn in the match space. So it's you find you still remain a pawn so that you're always learning. And you can't go back. Tushapita huko. As you may describe. And then it's the most used piece. And you know someone's strategies just based on how they've moved their pawns. Yeah. So if you can remain that and then every time it's more strategic, crazy, then you don't even need to move far. You just need to do something kidogo in this space. So just need to do podcast kiasi, ndio nikirudi kwa mapicha, mimi ni mnoma sasa. Because now I'm a pawn in this space. And that's why you find, like, most people you look up to, they're constantly changing hobbies. And
Yeah.
because you get better at this, you're like, now next, you need to be stupid and just be reminded that, I don't know this. And then all of a sudden in 20 years, you have things you've done at such a high level for fun. Ati when you DJ, bro, Julie, what?
Bro.
Now you're hosting hangouts.
I must learn how to DJ, man.
So that now you can be able to host a hangout where we've shot a podcast from 2 to 4, but it's a whole hangout in the afternoon. And CC ndio tuko in charge of every aspect. Crazy. So you find between this time where we're not on set, now imagine people are still coming to see you because you're DJ there. There's a screen there where people can watch your vlogs or like, so it's, I need to be all of these things to be interesting. So, and then the faster you learn all these things, now you become more interesting.
And that's why reps is very important, because quantity every time.
Quality reps, not quantity reps. Unaweza kuwa na bad form, bro.
True.
So if you just need 5 clean ones every other day.
So like 5 clean episodes and then
clean, where every rep and then the resting is effective. So that you've made use of those 5 vizuri. You're better off than doing 10 in bad form. Yeah. So now it's now to reduce the rest breaks. You do 5 clean. If you're resting for 10 minutes, now you rest for 8. Now you rest for 6. You're just doing 5. Because your body now is like, okay, 5 is easy. But
at what point do we prioritize rest or momentum? Because you see I'm on top. Like, I'm toxic, I'm on top right now. If I take a break right now,
I don't think toxic is on top. But okay.
Okay.
I think imeacha kurekod.
Okay, let me confirm.
Kadi imejaa. Tap to your shutter button.
But you have a minute, so don't let him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm on top.
I don't think he's on top. Not yet.
Potato.
I still think Chris Kage is a big artist. And he's not released music. To me.
You see now that break Kaiga has taken?
Uh-huh.
If Toxic does the same, it will be a bad move.
We can't say that.
It will be a bad move because he's on top right now.
Bro, nilishow shida ya kumonetize content ilifanya. We're making strategies for every creative. And it doesn't work like that because every creative works differently.
Yeah.
For you'd need so many reps. Someone else would just need 2 hours in a studio and album. Literally. So now it's, hey bro, kila msee ni mtofauti. And in their own way, you now look at their journey. Journey talk bado, he's not, ile sikuwa tafikia kina ska kwa lyrical. Sasa now you're on top. You're not on top yet. Because you wanna beef with Brooklyn boys. Come on. Not yet. the hip hop industry has different metrics, bro. Tunaangalia vitu factors ni mingi. Skill sawa. When youngster, you know sianga young talent ndio very promising, like Mbappe when you're 16. Now, wait 5 years, we see. Okay.
No, for me, it's like Mbappe when he was 19, when he won the World Cup.
Oh, 19.
Yeah.
But what happened to Mbappe when he was 16? He was bossing his leagues everywhere. He was that guy wa World Cup, your time. Ni time too. So, na venye amekomaa, we respect him.
So you have to be that guy every day.
You need to be that guy for long enough for people to understand. Because people can think it's an act.
You don't understand that I am that guy.
Yeah. So you just need time. Just need Virusi Mbaya, for example. This is biggest lesson of time. Umse from Toname, he's making music with the top guys. And we're not talking about him because as he just a stadium. Virusi Mbaya is on top. So, in that sense, get sasa. So, back to kitu nilikuwa nakushow. Hii season ya kurest. So, you find that if you allocate enough time for one project. If you even think about in school, we used to have just one project at the end of it all. But you have a lot of time to think about this one project. Now, unapewa these 2 weeks, you focus on this simple part one of it, so that the evil.
And then we used to end up doing it on the last week of school.
And then we think we'd ace it because we are answering to someone. But it wasn't for anyone. If you did genuine work, ungepita.
Yeah.
Sure bet.
Looking back at it, if I went back, I would cook in those
That's
things.
what I did when I went back to Strathmore. And then did this show. I was like, yeah, we're doing a project here. Ebu let me focus kidogo.
As the person who knew better, were you directing those kids?
Like, I was like, now I'm going to be intentional about school for once. Me, this guy was normally very curious and whatever. Now, we'll show it. Because I know more than you guys. I've been there. Tuta handle.
No,
like 2 minutes ago, ili nini.
So to close. Oh. Kiilu, as we close, I think, yeah, it's still recording here.
That's also recording.
Now, as we close, that was today's episode. This was Kiilu, a very good episode. I'm really going to have fun enjoying editing this and also posting this. This is a conversation that we'll be going back to listen. Kiilu, you've been an amazing guest. Na utakuja hapa tena. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Hapa?
Audio.
Oh. So, wanaweza kupata wapi Kiilu?
Acha. Do we get it on video?
No.
Get it on video.
No.
Not video.
Sawa.
Just do it on video as well.
That is 1:31. So,
Thank you.
so as we are closing,
Okech has asked me to wrap up this show for him.
yeah.
Kwa sababu, so pointers one, wewe usinieke hapa tena next time. Lazima nikusumbue uset, bro. Lazima. Usinieke, but amazing conversation today with Okech, courtesy of Rantify podcast, available on all streaming platforms. And yeah, this has been Kiilu. We are very happy to be here. Manze.
Tupatie parting shot.
Parting shot. That's like when people drop quotes, I'm like a gem,
You do you, bro.
Aye.
You do you, bro.
ni mbaya.
It depends on the person who you are. Like, if it was an artist, they could start freestyling. So you give us a parting shot.
My parting shot would be, a snippet of what Protoje says in one of his songs. He says, forget the price and just pay the price. Like, if you know this is what it's going to take, just do it. Because you know. Usijaribu kubagain. It doesn't work. Forget the price and pay the price. That's my parting shot.
Okay. That has been the Rantify podcast, guys. Socials.
Kwa description box. Available on all platforms as Kiilu_KE.
Ananiongeza kazi.
Yes. Kwa description box atakuandikia where to find my work and just continue building this Rantify family. Happy to see you growing in this space and just happy to be part of your growth process, bro. Hopefully this translates and this is the beginning of something crazier. Peace.
Thank you for gracing this podcast, bro.
Well,
I've really enjoyed your time here. Until next time, guys.
peace. And it's a wrap. Good. Yeah, you're still recording. Nice. Good. Ni safi? Ai. I do the intro.
Tushamaliza deno.